Hi, my name is Sydney, and today I'm going to my very first book convention. I am going to the Imaginarium Festival in DC. I've never been to an author convention like this before. I've never met authors in person to have them sign books before. I'm incredibly nervous. There's a lot of things I'm doing for the first time. If you haven't seen it already, hopefully have already uploaded my Imaginarium reading vlog. Spoiler, it's not going well. But today I have a little bit of time before I head into DC. Last night, my friend and I made these little trinket bags. They have little dragon stickers in there and then little charms. It's gonna be my first time trinket trading as well, so that's gonna be interesting. The only two books that I own are The Foxglove King and Five Broken Blades. I have not read either. I just started the audiobook this morning for Five Broken Blades and I'm 15% of the way in. I'd love to at least start the Foxglove King before I leave for today so that these authors can sign these books. I read a few others on Kindle, but for the rest, I haven't read their books. So we're gonna see how it goes. I've also never really vlogged in public before. This is my GoPro 10. We'll see how the footage goes and if the audio is going to be okay. I have no idea how this weekend is going to go, but I'm very excited. I'm hoping to make some bookish friends, get some really cool new books on my TBR, meet some authors. We will see how it goes. I will hopefully bring you along the whole time. Hopefully I won't chicken out on vlogging in public, but we'll see how it goes. I am not dressed yet. I still have to pack up all my stuff. I try to get a little bit more reading in and then we're going to drive into DC. Super hard today. One, because I was really nervous and I really just needed side quests to get me going, but also two, because today was shorter and I figured that the authors would have more energy and that I would have more energy, so that tomorrow I can kind of wander, and now that I've gotten the groove and I've talked to a few authors, I'll be a little bit better and can complete more side quests and talk to more people and just be way more chill, because today was not chill at all. I first just walked the whole thing, didn't take any pictures and videos, just kind of got a sense. I memorized the maps, but I couldn't I couldn't really visualize it in this building because it's a weird building. And so I just walked the whole thing and figured out where everything was. And then on my second pass through, I actually went to the little shop section because because it was like the easiest entry point for me, honestly. Like I didn't have to like talk to authors about their work, so I was less nervous. And the first thing I did was I went to this little art shop. There was an artist there, and she had this beautiful version of Pride and Prejudice, and I wanted it so bad, but I didn't get it. I just got one of these prints instead. She also got commissioned for a Hermione print, so I bought one of these too. They're absolutely stunning. This was a little freebie that I got. This is her version of Elizabeth and Darcy, and this style is just stunning. And then she had these 4 Elements bookmarks for Avatar, and I was so happy with them. I love them so much. So she was my first purchase, and I'm really, really happy with her art style. I think it's so cute. And then the second place that I went to was a little tea shop, and it was like a buy 4 for a deal kind of thing. And I love tea, and I really love loose leaf tea, so I got these 4 flavors. They all smelled really good. They had like little test tubes there for you to smell them all, and they are awesome. So I got Elven Nectar, Draft Daydreams, The Girl in Red, and Three Goats Gruff. I'm really excited to eat these. Eat these? I said read these and then eat these? No. Can you tell that I'm tired and exhausted? When we were walking around there, I thought the website was lying, because the website was like, bring a fan, it's hot. I was like, I'll bring one, but I won't need it. I sweat so much all day. Oh my God, it's not even funny how much I sweat. Anyway, so one of the 2 books, oh, there go my keys. One of the 2 books that I already owned and that I brought with me was the first book that I wanted to get signed. This is 5 Broken Blades. There were a few authors there that you had to sign up for like an online queue, because otherwise there'd just be way too many people online. And so this was the first one that I did. And so May was the first author that I ever got signed, and I was literally so nervous. I've never had an author sign a book for me in person before ever, so she's my very first. And I forgot to ask for a picture, which is totally okay. I've been listening to this book all day, and I'm about 48% of the way through. So I wanted to finish before I got it signed, but that's a-okay. Her 3rd book, I think it's her 3rd book, comes out pretty soon. And then the only other book that I brought, I did not get it signed today, so I have to bring it back tomorrow to hopefully get signed. She's also one of the authors with a virtual queue. And then on another floor, I was looking for they have a little Barnes & Noble book area there for them to sell books, and so there were a ton of books that I wanted to buy, and so I got myself a little stack. First I got Trial of the Sun Queen, and she was also one of the authors that had a virtual queue in it, but I did end up getting this one signed. I got Lunaria. She gave me this little map. I think it is so cool, and she did sign it. For most of these books too, I had them just sign their names, because I was like, I'm a little nervous that like, what if I don't like the book? Then like I can't like give it to someone else. So I had most of them just sign their own names. And then I got this duology by Morgan Gauthier. Most of these books have like the really nice matte finish, which I really love. So I got those at the Barnes & Noble book sale and was able to go and get her to sign them. She signed them both in this really pretty pink color. Oh my God, yeah, I'm tired. And then the last 2 books that I got at the Barnes & Noble book sale were these 2 by Tessania Odette. I don't know if it's Tessania or Tessonia, I don't know. But I was able to get them signed as well. And this series is so up my alley. And then when I went to go get them signed, she had a ton more books at her table. So at her table, I got this beautiful edition. Oh my God, I am so excited to read it. Really all of her books. She's one of those authors that I was like, I could read any of your books and be happy. But look at this. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So my goal was I wanted to get the 2 books that I brought signed. I only got one of those 2. And then I wanted to get all of the books that I was really interested in from the Barnes & Noble book sale and then get all of those signed. So I was running around going to those authors because I was like, I need little mini quests so that like I can focus on that and be less worried about everything else. Once I had done that, I thankfully was like more used to the area and more used to talking to people, and I could chill out a little bit more. And that's when I was finally able to talk to some people and do some trinket trading. Not as much as I wanted to, but I really was overwhelmed today, and I needed to kind of
slowly make my way into it. So I intend to do more of that tomorrow. And so that's when I just started looking at because I also made myself a map. I downloaded the map of all the authors, and then I put color-coded stars next to their names, being like, oh yeah, I want to read them, like I'm interested, I've already downloaded this on Kindle Unlimited, that kind of stuff. So then I started looking at my map and being like, okay, these are the authors that I was interested in, but I couldn't find their books, or I didn't want to buy their books because I wasn't really sure. And so I was like, okay, now let me go find these authors and just go talk to them. And at this point, I was finally feeling good. And so I actually did manage to find even more books to buy. This first one, she has so many books out, and she was so much fun to talk to. Another little bookmark. She gave the funnest synopsis of her books. It was like a really dramatic monologue. I think it was so much fun. And she said that all of her books, the epitaph, starts with a riddle, and that I should be looking into that. And then I talked to this author and her narrator for so long. Apparently, "Hey lover" is the first thing that the love interest says. And then I got a free art print for buying the book. This was, and a bookmark. And this one was also one of the ones that I did have personalized, because we talked for a little while, like me and her narrator and the author. It was so nice. And like, these books are stunning. It's gonna be a long series, and it just sounds so up my alley. And then I talked to Ashleigh Bello, and I talked to her longer than anyone else. I was having a great conversation with her, and she's also the only one that like gift wrapped her books. It was so cute. I am incredibly excited for both of these series. This is her newer one. It's like a prequel to her YA series, which I also got the first one in. But look at this book. Oh my God, it is stunning. It is so beautiful. I am incredibly excited. And she gave me a little art print with it. So here's our main girly, and then here is the love interest. Oh my God, we had the best time talking about that. And then she gave me a little, two little stickers in there. And then this sturdy, beautiful bookmark, and then her bookmark for her other series, which I did get the first book for. She also had chocolate at her station, and I have quite literally no idea how it didn't melt into a puddle. Oh, it also came with a little conch shell. And then here is her other series. It's YA, and it all takes place in the same world. And then right next to her, I talked to this other author, and she has this like full high fantasy series with like witchy stuff, and it sounds so good. She signed it, of course. Oh, she signed those as well too. And it also came with, like, shut up, every witch has her way. Look at this. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So that's her high epic fantasy, but then she also does some cozy fantasy, and this one is, I'm like incredibly, like beyond excited. I won't lie, this is the book that really drew me to her as an author. It's a Oktoberfest cozy romance. Like, come on. And apparently she said this is going to be a series. Like, I am excited. And she also signed this one. And then a few other little goodies I got. I got this nostalgia pen. I got some bookmarks from the podcasters. I got this other bookmark. It is so pretty. I got this gorgeous art print from this lady because this is like her retellings series. I signed up for her email list, so I got this free art print. And I got to talk to Natalia Hernandez. She'd already signed the book that I had of hers, but I got to talk to her for a little while, and I got this little art print of Felipe. Adorable. So for tomorrow, there's really only, I think, 2 or 3 authors that I had picked out that I didn't get to talk to that I wanted to, and 2 of the 3 just were not there. A lot of authors dropped out like throughout over the whole last year, and some of them dropped out really recently, but I updated my spreadsheet literally yesterday. So I don't know what happened. They might only both be going tomorrow. I'm really hoping that's the case, because those 2 I actually do really want to talk to. And one of them is like one of the 5 authors that I'd actually read before this. So I really want to talk to her. So goals for tomorrow are to hopefully meet those 2 authors, sign the one other book that I own, and then just kind of wander and enjoy. I really want to talk to more like bookish attendees. I really want to do more trinket trading. I'd like to talk to more authors. I would like to try to get a little bit more footage. I won't lie, if I've included any clips up to this point, I took them tomorrow, like on Saturday, because I did not bring out my GoPro once when I was in the hall. I was really nervous, and I needed the time to settle in. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna go back and I'll much easier be able to kind of be a bit more extroverted. I was really feeling the introversion today. But yeah, I spent lots of money. But I prepared for this, and I saved a ton of cash for this, so I'm really happy with that. I'm hoping that I'll buy less books tomorrow. That would be ideal, because it got heavy. I don't know if you can tell, but like my shoulder was rough. It was also so hot in there. I gotta plan on my outfit for tomorrow, so we'll see. But that was the end of day one. I am now going to go and input all these into my spreadsheet, maybe do some more reading tonight. It's looking good.
Beautifully done on like through an animated series. I feel like animated series can kind of show fantasy magic a little bit better than real world.
But my favorite Fae courts in Fairway that I would want to live in are either the spring court or the autumn court, because in the autumn court it is a perpetual fall with the beautiful orangey colors, and then in spring it is a perpetual state of blooming, so all the trees are in blossom, and those are just my favorite seasons, so I could just live there forever. It'd be great.
Can I answer this one? I have to answer this one. I really want to be a mermaid.
Okay, so in the Shadow and Starlight series, we do have dragons. But in book 3, which hasn't come out yet, it's later this year, there is a baby dragon. Are you ready?
Great.
And we didn't make
Day 2 is over. It was such a whirlwind event. I completed some of my goals today, but otherwise, like overall, I am very happy with this weekend. It was a really great first event for me to go somewhere bookish. My badge got a little bit longer with all my little lanyards and stuff. I think I definitely would go back to this event. I had so much fun. I didn't complete all of my goals for today. I did talk to a few bookish people, not as many as I wanted to. I did a bit more trick trading, but again, not as much as I wanted to. I ended up getting there a little bit late, and now I'm leaving a little bit early. I had to do some things on either end of the day, so I'm missing like the closing party. I'm very sad about that, but work calls. So hopefully if I can go back next year, I'll be able to attend that next time, and I think that will help me. I think next time I would attend the like getting to know people events beforehand, so that I can then also have, you know, some friends throughout the whole thing. The one book that I had with me today was the author, one of the books that I owned, and I got onto her waiting list to like the virtual queue, but then I went into a panel, and so I had to cancel it. And so when I got out of the panel, I signed on again, and I was on her queue for like 3 hours, like the whole last 3 hours of the event, and it never became my turn. I think she took a lot of breaks, or maybe she just left. I don't know. So I did not get that book signed, which was pretty sad because it was one of 2 that I owned already, but that's okay. I talked to new authors today. I didn't buy any of their books though. I wanted to. There were 2 that I wanted, but one of them, her books were only being sold as the full series, and I don't like doing that because I'm not, sure about it yet, so I didn't buy her. And then the other one, she wasn't selling them at her table, and Barnes & Noble little shop didn't have it either. So I think I already have hers, like I have it as a library book, so I'll just read that. Yeah, but otherwise a very, very successful weekend. I really enjoyed it. I am looking forward to reading all of these books and adding them to my spreadsheet, and just looking forward to other bookish events. Thank you so much for coming along. I'm sorry this was not my my best vlog. I'm still getting very used to vlogging in public. I was very nervous just to attend it, but then adding vlogging onto it was just a lot for me. So I think from now on I'm gonna be a little bit better. Like even today I was just a way more chill. So yeah, I hope to get to a lot more of these events in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.